Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Welcome with Art. Welcome with Art. Okay, I guess that just means I'm a little bit nervous because, well, for two reasons. First of all, we're solving the dreaded Wordle number 666, and appropriately, it is going to be a tough one. We have to create, believe it or not, a prisoner tile. Yes, take a look at the example that I have here. We have to create a single tile of whatever color you choose, and it must be surrounded on all 8 sides, as you can see in my figure, by tiles of another color, okay? So it basically looks like a little island in your Wordle solution path, and it's going to be really, really tricky. I am very nervous about this one. I did practice quite a bit. I don't know. I was probably getting it about 50% of the time. Now, on the plus side is if you sense that it's just not going to work, you can definitely pull the plug, like, maybe on your 4th or 5th guess, and you can just go straight for the regular Wordle and try to preserve your streak. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am very nervous. I'm very nervous. So let's see. So my strategy is, again, I do like to start with slate in a lot of these challenges because the sooner you know what the answer is, the more you can play with the remaining rows to help get whatever crazy challenge I've created successfully solved. So let's go with slate. We also don't run the risk, because slate was a previous answer, we don't run the risk of it being a hole-in-one. Now, I do believe hotel, my algorithm told me, would be the best answer. Now, this is slightly, believe it or not, slightly scary because it could be the answer, okay? But it's going to really help position these letters. So I am going to go for that. Okay, good. I'm actually glad it's not the answer. Ooh. Okay, so now here's the deal. All right, here's the deal. We could actually start to work off of this little section right here where you see I've got my 3 yellows. Yeah. I think that's the little area that we're going to play with. We're going to play with these 3 yellows, the T-E-L, and I could easily put another letter in there and then continue to do, and then on the 4th row, put the T-E-L again. That will trap that tile in the 3rd row directly below the E to create my little island, to create my prisoner tile. And then hopefully, this is still very nerve-wracking, and then hopefully with the 2 remaining guesses, I can get this thing. So what I have to do is put my first 2 letters pretty strategically so I can get some more information to solve this thing. All right. So, and I also have to come up with some words that I can put between that T and L. This is actually not going to be too easy. Well, of course, I can interchange the L and the T, or just come up with something else. Oh boy. Oh man, this is a little bit harder than I thought. I mean, some of these patterns can be extremely tricky. Well, let's just see what we could put in here besides that E. I have to get, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get a green, but I'm okay to just, like the A would be ideal, or maybe the O. Oh, vital. Okay, vital. I can do vital. Okay. Now, having said that, the V and the I are pretty lousy. Let's think about this. So, oh man, this is very risky. So if I do vital, then I will start to create the 2nd layer of my little island, and then on the 4th row, I can then do something with tell. Oh my goodness, I guess I could go from hotel to motel, and then I only have 2 left. That is extremely scary. Maybe what we also need to do, so at least we have vital as a decent word, and you never know, we'll probably need another vowel, so the I could be useful. I think the other thing I need to do is let's start to anticipate what kind of words we could get here. I mean, we do have some pretty good positional on the L, the T, and the E, I suppose. It could be, it could be ELT, but the only thing that comes to mind there would be like spelt or dwelt. Dwelt actually could work there, couldn't it? ELT. Yeah, so we could have dwelt. Yeah, I know I can. I know I can make the challenge work. I'm just very concerned about with only 2 rows left and such a tiny bit of additional information actually about solving the Wordle. Um, oh, that's the thing that I'm most scared about. So we've got dwelt, right? I think I said dwelt. If it were, that's under the assumption that it's ELT. Um, all right. On the other hand, okay, so that's probably it. You know, because it's not ET. So that's one option. Now, what else here? We could do. Let's do T first. Then, if the T is first, um, you could have the E here, and then you could do. Not too much, actually. That's of course if there's a. Okay, so you could have. Meh, I don't know. And then there's no room for the E. So, yeah, maybe not there. So let's try a T here. Then that means our E would have to go here. And our L would have to go here. So that would be another structure besides the one with dwelt. I don't see anything there. I don't see what could possibly go in front of that T. So far, dwelt is looking probably the best. Okay. I mean, I can probably, come up with hopefully a really good test word on that 4th row. Because if the I doesn't light up, that'll further confirm that we might want to go with dwelt. So I could go hotel, then we said vital, and then I could do could I do anything with the D? Dotal. Dotal. That would be good. That would help me with the D. Dotal. It wouldn't get me an I, but I think that might be more useful just to see if this thing could be dwelt, because that's all I'm coming up with right now. I mean, there's got to be some others. So I could do dotal. I think that's a word. To dote, something that's dotal. Oh, if that D comes out green, that would be awesome. So I do dotal. Then the next one, I mean, I'll have pretty much free. Well, then I have to. Then I really will probably want to play off of the TEL to be safe. So I can trap that A and have my little gray island surrounded by yellow. In which case, now I'm going to go with what would be my next one? Yeah, that's ridiculous to have to do like motel. I mean, 2 more guesses left is not terrible, but look at all those letters still available on the board. That's my only concern. That's very scary. Oh, we haven't even. I'd like to get that R tested. It wouldn't. It's not an ER word, thankfully. Um, let's try dotal. Okay, yes. Woo! Okay, this is looking very good for the dwelt. Okay, this is looking very good for the dwelt. All right, I'm still extremely nervous, but now, ooh, this would be pretty cool. Now, oh, this is a slight risk. If there's an R though, then I will not create my island, but it will definitely make sure that ah, it'll definitely make sure that we've got the A trapped. Or sorry, that we've got the W. All right, hang on. Let's just, now that we got that D, come on, guys. We can really, I think, be sure, because we've now, I mean, these letters really only have specific spots left. For instance, well, there's still a little bit of wiggle room, but at least we have the D up front. Once again, dwelt is looking absolutely spectacular. The E, let's suppose the E went here, okay? I think this is the smart way to do it. So we're going to put the E there. Then that means that the T, right, would have to go at the end. Okay, perfect. So then the T would go at the end. That's the only place for it. And then if the L is third, you'd be looking at delit or delut. I don't think that makes sense. And then if we put the L here, it's not dealt. Oh, thankfully, because we lost the A in slate. Okay. It's not dealt. So I think that means that the E would not be able to go there. So now we go here, and we just see if there's anything else besides dwelt. Now that absolutely forces the L to go here, and the T certainly wouldn't go after the D, and so I do think we've got dwelt. So I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable to go with water just to absolutely back it up. Let's just make sure that this creates our island. So the T will be yellow, the R, oh no! Oh, I almost made a fatal error, guys. Oh, if we had done the R, it would have come up gray. Oh my goodness. So let's just say to ourselves, all right, let's be careful here. Maybe since we do know that it's dwelt, oh my God, that would have been a fatal error. Maybe I am just going to go with motel, and then I can just do like water on the fourth guess and take dwelt on 6, right? I'm okay with that. So let's go with motel. The TEL will definitely come up yellow again. Yes, and I'll trap my little A there. Okay, yes, good. Part 1 is done. We solved the challenge. Okay, guys, look at that cute little A completely surrounded by yellow tiles, all right? Why the heck not just go for the kill right now? I mean, why not just get it in 5? Because if this doesn't work, I'm sure we're going to get the correct answer. Woo! We did it, guys. We did it. Oh, my gosh. That's probably one of the hardest yet. Streak is up to 111. In just less than a week, we can tie our maximum streak if all goes well. But guess what, guys? Buckle your seatbelts once again because, yes, let's clear the screen. And guess what? We have another nasty, nasty challenge. In fact, this one I've already been playing with, and I have like about literally a 10% success rate. Are you ready? We have to fill up every row with at least one Z. Yes, that's correct. This is going to be the Z puzzle. Let's take a look at my example because, as I already say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, so every row must contain at least one Z in the word. And believe it or not, in my example, there's a situation where I actually opted to go with 2 Z's. So here's what I did. I started off with zesty, which is actually pretty damn good. You get the ESTY. Those are quality letters. You know, you prevent or you get knowledge to make sure you're not in a Y trap type word. Okay. All I got was the S. Then I said to go with crazy. It is crazy because I have to use the Z again. So that gives me no extra information. And I am duplicating the Y. But I got lucky on this one, guys. And this was like after about 10 puzzles of fails. This is finally a good one. So then crazy was awesome, right? And then from there, I wanted to check to see if it was like CLA. So I did hazel, okay? And the L lit up yellow, which is great. And so then I just tested to see if it was either, if it was like class or if the S, like if it was class basically, right? Because that's the only way you could get the double S. So I did zones, okay? Since the S came up yellow in the 5th spot, I knew that the S would have to be in 4th, but I still wanted to be absolutely certain that the word was going to be, say, clasp. So I did, of all things, I did pizza, and thankfully the P came up yellow, and there it is on the 6th guess. It's clasp. Guys, don't worry. If you solve it in 6 and it's a few, PHEW, it's all the good because you solved the Wordle and you solved the challenge, and those are the 2 key things that we've got to do. So there you have it, guys. This is going to be a super tough one. What do I recommend doing? You've got to go look up some Z words, 5-letter words that have a Z in them, and I would even memorize a few strange ones. because then basically you can sort of create kind of like almost like a 3-word entry, which gets, I hope, at least 12 unique letters. Technically 13, but if you count the Z and you only just repeat the Z's, that's the way I would do it. And then hopefully you can play off of that. But remember, you still have to use, until you know exactly what the answer is, every row must have a Z in it, with the exception of your answer. Okay, guys? Well, there you have it. Good luck. I think this Z one might be one of our hardest yet, along with the islands that we did today, the prisoner tile, as well as the snake. So with that in mind, guys, yes, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.